Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt. We have a free for you all here on the Golden Fields on the Western Front today. Let's go through the players. Representing the Allies today, we have a triple United States force, I think. With Blackout 77, whatever commander choice. We have Perfect Tactical Noob, straight to give it Ranger Company. Rounding out the Americans, we have Maverick, straight to give it Tank Company, or Armor Company. But to the Germans today, we have Mthis Ardain as propaganda tactics for the Waffen-SS, and Kakaboo also as the Waffen-SS for the commander, and finally, General Kaiser as the Wehrmacht. Here this turns out here. So the Waffen-SS is going to be fighting on the northern flank, with some Totenkopf and some Volkssturm going to be coming in to shore up the front line. Probably somewhere in Western Germany late in the war. The Americans are pressing hard. First shots have already been fired on the northern flank, with rear echelon troops have encountered the Sturm Pioneers of the 32nd. At least see how well this turns out. The echelons have also encountered Volksgrenadiers from the Wehrmacht now on the southern flank. Fighting will probably be spread out a lot wide area here. Too many getting inside the structure here. Still no command choice from the southern flanks. We just want to try to set up a sandbag but was targeted down. The Americans are still trying to keep the Waffen-SS at bay up here. So much for not more Volkssturm arriving, so there's going to be a lot more manpower on the German side early on, thanks to the Volkssturm being pressed into action. More American riflemen are arriving though, and American riflemen are pretty damn reliable what they do. But the Germans do have some Sturm Grenadiers here behind heavy cover, and all the Volkssturm getting pressed, that's a lot of extra rifles. They're laying down a lot of fire in the little position. More riflemen are trying to get around though. We're trying to get away. Looks like they make it. The Germans are quickly switching attention there to the sandbags to deny them that. The Americans are going to have a hard time here. More American riflemen are approaching across the front line. The Wehrmacht and the Americans have a long firefight down here. So far the Wehrmacht is winning out thanks to the Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers working together. Long range cover to cover fighting is to the Germans' advantage, but the Americans are getting some good shots in actually. Americans' high rate of fire does actually count for something after all. Lots of rifles just still being fired around. We have a Kugelwagen and an MT-42 here for the Germans on the northern flank. Supplement the propaganda troops. That means there's a commander choice. Yes, it's Panzer tactics for the other Waffen-SS, so we might see some heavier Panzers later. We also have some Hitler you've been called onto the field. But the mass of Volkssturm and SS troops are so far really laying down a lot of fire on the Americans on the northern flank. They can't really do much stuck behind that tractor. Well, down here the Americans are trying to push up again. Wehrmacht has pulled somewhat back to still capture ground. More Grenadiers are running at the front line. Get some Gewehr 43s are being handed out. Increase their firepower potential. Actually a good upgrade if you're fighting Americans, because it means even if the Americans get close, you'll still actually have a fair amount of firepower to shoot at them. Counteract aim on Garant a little bit. Volkssturm are trying to move about, but Volkssturm are easy targets. They do throw a steel Granate. A good throw at that. Anti-suppressing the Americans, making them easy targets. Allowing more Volkssturm to push up. Also providing support for the Hitler Youth in the center. MT-44 coming up. Pineapple Grenade being tossed, but the Americans have to get out of there. Ooh, good pineapple at that. Americans having a long firefight on the southern flank here. Grenadiers are holding up behind the stone walls. The Americans doing much the same. I think the sheer amount of American rifles might win out, but the Gewehr 43s are actually working out. Rifle going in as well. Easy enough, but not doing too much. Does force the Americans to move though, allowing the Grenadiers to get some good shots in. The Germans are securing ground. Americans are arming force up here and using the farms. But the Germans have brought an MG-08 here manned by the Volkssturm. The German Imperial machine gun. Used in the First World War. Also pressed into service through the Volkssturm. Volkssturm actually pressed a lot of weird weapons and sometimes old weapons into the war. A sandbag wall. And it's a sandbag fighting position. Americans pushing up. They managed to clear out the MG team. And yes, they cleared the Kugelwagen. And yes, they hit the mobility on it. A few more bullets to take it out. But the machine gunner is still available. Oh, they got cleared out. Storm Pioneers are trying to clear out the squad, though, and they succeed. Still no Comanches on the southern flank. But we're doing an MT-42 here for the Wehrmacht now, covering this open field. The Germans are holding the upper hand with points. More Storm Pioneers moving up, some have been equipped with MP-40Is. Just laying down a lot of suppressive submachine gun fire on the Americans there. Won't hold out there for long. More Americans are arriving though. They go fighting positions. So the Germans are quickly scavenging the wreck. Oh, they're scavenging the machine gun. Oh, they're scavenging the machine gun. That might have been a misclick. They might have intended to scavenge the wreck of the Kugelwagen, but I guess denying the machine gun to the Americans is always something. And you get 15 munitions. Not a lot, but it's something. Right there from the Storm Grenadier. Force the Americans off. Not an easy spot for the Grenadiers to move up, but they are so far been successful. Using the Volkssturmgewehr and an MT-42 to be quite an impressive squad. Mthis is setting up the fort headquarters near the front lines. Looks like the propaganda tactics have skipped the infantry command and going straight for light vehicles potentially. See how that goes. Now the Americans are taking in on the southern flank as the Grenadiers are trying to slowly edge their way up. But now they know there's a fighting position there. Not gonna be as easy to advance upon. Rifles are going out though. Very good from Kai's side to there. That's gonna prevent any machine gun from being upgraded on it. Now the German infantry is out in the open, making them somewhat of an easy target, allowing the Americans to push up a little bit further. They can just get good shots in. They can do a lot of damage. We're on the moon to repair the fighting position though. Some Volkswagen moving up to support with the MP-40s. I think the Americans are winning this little rifle engagement. 5 grenades going out from both sides actually. So the Germans won out in that engagement. MG is being upgraded here on the fighting position. Meanwhile, the Americans just holding on to buy time for the fighting position. Storm Pioneers hold the center, and more Storm Pioneers are setting up fortifications. And the Americans have brought in a mortar on the northern flank, trying to rain down some mortar shells on the forward of the front lines of the Volkssturm. It was brought by Panzerjäger by the looks of it. Prepared for light American vehicles. But so far, the Americans are suffering heavy losses to try to advance here. Germans are doing a good job holding them at bay. We're finally placement this up though. To make it harder for the Germans to advance down here. So we have a sandbag wall being set up there. Americans managed to get around here and manage to suppress the Storm Pioneers. They're easy targets then, and get mowed down. Hitler, you're gonna try and stop them probably. Yeah, they're gonna try and get around. Ooh, trying to set up a sandbag wall was probably a bad idea. So far, it's been a good distraction. Oh, smoke grenade, very smart. But they're still being targeted by the Grenadiers. Without the Hitler, you have to get up here to throw a grenade. The upgraded assault going out. Americans still want to stay there. More American infantry are trying to arrive in. The Americans also trying to do an assault here across the field. Using smoke grenades to cover the advance. Very good. That's how you use Americans. Use your rifleman's abilities. Like having the smoke is surprisingly good. Double rifle grenade to try and stop the machine gun, but the machine gun moves. Does kill 2 of its crew. And we do have a command tank around here for the Waffen-SS. Attack being rolled up here for the Wehrmacht. Americans might be in trouble now. MG is sitting up behind. They have not a lot of AT down here. Do have a recoilless rifle back there, but that might not be enough. F1 command tank reveals itself. So far they're taking out the machine gun, but the Americans are deciding to pull back. They don't want to stay there with the tank. Artillery is also being called in here by the command tank. But it's just a ruse, allowing the Germans start advancing again with the cover of the tank. First rifle has been prepared. Fails to penetrate. But Recoil's rifle does have good range, in case you're wondering. Just lacks the penetration power. But if it penetrates, it can do some good damage. It's what the Americans have instead of an anti-tank rifle. What's the risk being? Oh, reaction squad completely wiped out by grenades. Ooh, an artillery call here by the command tank. Americans have to pull a little bit further back. They do have a 40 HQ right there, though. They might be in danger of losing that. Now, the Americans are moving into the center of the village again. But the Mthis is trying to stop them. Command tank is relocating to the center. So for the Americans keep suffering heavy losses. You have a Ranger squad arriving on the battlefield. More mortars being prepared by the United States. They're going to keep sealing the Foxstorm. Remain entrenched. They've actually started to bring up their own mortar, probably for counter-barraging. Well, the Wehrmacht holds on down here. The Americans trying to advance again. More smoke being popped. And more American rifle grenades also being flung out. American rifle grenades should be better, but they do have a charge-up time, as you can see. But the Americans are getting somewhat close, which allows them to do a lot more damage. So but the American rifle grenades not doing a good job, though. But the Garans are at a good range now. And that's actually noticeable. But the MT-42 has been set up back here. Americans do manage to secure the point, though, by the looks of it. So we have a long firefight down here. About the Ladung being tossed. That's gonna be big. Which does force the Americans back there from the northern part of the fence. But the Americans have to pull back after this. The Americans have brought them an AT gun this time, though, so they're ready for if a tank arrives, like this Panzer II Lux. A German light tank equipped with an autocannon. Really good for shredding infantry. Without it be noticed, a AT gun there, that can make short work of the Lux. Looks like the Rangers have been equipped with some anti-tank bazookas, some heat rocket ones. Or a heat rocket one. Probably the best version of the bazooka, I think. Able to pierce most German tanks. And I know where the command tank is, that's probably their target. Looks present, but it's being hit by recoilless rifles and AT gun. So far the Lux is holding up. And surprisingly decent armor for its size, after all. At least on the front. Command tank tries to advance. The Rangers are remaining in ambush. No, they're moving out. Grenade destroys the building there. Rangers pushing up. They don't have a good angle for the bazooka. There we go, one rocket. Lost a lot of damage. Dazes the tank. It's gonna sit up here to try and hit it. Takes out the command tank. Good teamwork there for the Americans. Or at least just good notice there from Blackout, noticing what the tank would do. And the American infantry is trying to advance again. So no commands on the southern flank. It's just an all-out slugfest down here. And well, we do have a Stuart tank around here in the northern flank of the United States. American light tank. Should probably avoid getting too close to the infantry though. And there's also a pack nearby, which the Stuart does not want to be in the range of. Stuart manages to back off. Germans are starting to build up caches to get some more resource flow. You know, the American mortars are just waiting out there. They're now counter-barraged. Are they afraid of a single German mortar? Might be. They have one mortar now just chilling and the other two on the counter-barrage. They're waiting for the German mortar to hit back. And then the two other mortars will fire back. Yeah, so this is just... They're just going to try and shell the German mortar out. As you can see, having 3 mortars firing at its location. But the counter mortar from the German is actually being very accurate. And so we'll see if the American mortars have any luck. So far, not really. Down here, the Germans still holding on. Wehrstone are present on the southern flank here. Trying to get around. Panzer IV is being prepared by the Wehrmacht. Looks like the Germans are trying to dig in again. Also scavenging the command tank. Very good to see. Drink some sparkling water. Trying to reduce my intake of soda, and I'm replacing with sparkling water instead. Maybe a little bit healthier for me. There's many chemicals into my body, even though I've always enjoyed drinking diet sodas, personally. Not really a fan of sugar sodas, though. Probably for the better. Americans are still gathering up forces. Water half-track is being prepared by the Rangers. We also have a Ranger 30 caliber being prepared here from the Ranger camp. 3-man team with a 30 caliber machine gun, air-cooled by the looks of it. American infantry pushes forwards. Needs to be careful. Hands gonna suppress him with full Sturmgewehr loadout. If that smoke clears, those American riflemen are gonna be in deep trouble. And yep, as the smoke clears, the Panzergrenadiers open fire. Panzer IV reveals itself down here. The command shares on the southern flank. And the fight remains static on the northern flank. Nothing is really going on. But the propaganda tactics have called forward are stuck to help pull down the line. And they're also preparing minefields on the road. Very good. Pillar mines. That'll blow up most American tanks in one mine, I think. Which is being used as a light artillery piece. Causing suppressive barrages with its autocannon. Panzer IV advances. American 80 got to start set up properly. Can still hit from an angle though. American 80 can have a pretty wide angle, I think, on how it can turn. Although by that aim. Not a good penetration though, it's only the 57mm. They have very fast fire rate though, because they got improved breach. Looks coming on the flank though, so the 80 has to pull a little bit back and wants to get ready to deal with that. And the Panzer IV knows not to get too close. Because the closer it gets, the easier it will be for the Americans to rush with the AT grenades. Not that they have any AT grenades on them, I think. Just a rifle one, which is not very good. They could get composite B though. Artillery calling in this position by the Germans by the looks of it. But the Americans are assaulting again. But they're not using a lot of cover here. Makes them somewhat susceptible to the German automatic weaponry. Looks like German artillery flattened part of the map up here. The Germans are not advancing yet, they're just continuously fortifying. Let's see, it looks like the Panzer IV is advancing again. There's not a lot to stop it. We actually don't try to move up here with their recoilless rifle. But the Volksgrenadiers can support it, and they also get a machine gun on top. We're still having a good time. No penetration so far. And the Volksgrenadiers are pretty decent at dealing with enemy infantry if they equip properly. Oh, 80 got managed to penetrate. High explosive being loaded. But smoke popped, it pulls back instead. Looks remains around here in the center at the moment. The Rangers are preparing to try and bazooka it. Just need to get a shot in. They missed. It is a very small target. Meanwhile, we don't have a lot happening on the northern flank. Still, the Germans are just fortifying further. Preparing Dragon's Teeth to prevent tanks from moving. The Americans are just sitting back and preparing their own forces. Pulled in several squads of the 3rd Infantry Division. We have a Sherman being prepared here by the Rangers. There's also an EC-8 coming out. It looks like the Americans have picked a commander. I think this might be motorized or mechanized. But there's also armor. We have double armor here for the United States. That's a lot of potential heavy armor. Well, not really heavy armor, but armor later on. Any commander from the Germans yet? Nope, nothing from the Wehrmacht. Still being somewhat cautious with their picks. Artillery being called in here. Looks like the American boats are somewhat slowly starting to cause issues here for the German one. They can just hit. Oh, like that. They can still be remanned though. Germans are now revealing themselves on the southern flank. The American infantry is advancing. They're waiting for an ECA to come in and punch through. Has to deal with 2 Panzer IVs though. Not gonna be an easy task, but it is an EC8 though. So it has a pretty competent chance. Needs to be cautious of that pack though. This is a decently well-placed position. Yeah, pack managed to penetrate. Gonna force the EC8 back. Range gun has been prepared. Got a good penetration there on the Panzer IV. To force the P4 back. But the stock is slowly trying to mess with the American positions up here. Americans are trying to refortify. Nothing too ordinary here. Also, the American captain now arriving here from the armor company. Might be preparing to call in some kind of heavy artillery potentially. Americans do have some pretty good artillery barrages for certain commanders. Not sure about armor though. Is it ranged against the Black Dragon? Might be ranged against the Black Dragon, I'm not sure. Well, Ranger squads have arrived though, these ones being equipped with double BARs. That's a lot of firepower in one squad. Transport J being repaired by the Hochsturm. And then we have a Tiger tank being repaired here by the Panzerdivision. You're gonna see some Tiger tanks here soon. We'll see what they do against the Americans. The Americans have brought a lot of bazookas this time today though. Germany needs to be cautious with his movements. Also, the American captain is calling in an artillery strike. It's going to be Calliope, 114mm. That's going to be a very big rockets, actually. How far behind the line are they, then? Yep, that's going to be 114mm rockets coming in. And the Americans prepared to push, though. ECA is trying to deal with the Panzer IV down here. So far managed to daze them. ECA is a pretty good Sherman after all. So the Tiger tank is moving southwards to deal with this with the EC8. Realize they need to stop the Americans from getting their good tanks to break through. Americans are still getting up around here. They're not really sure how to advance yet, I think. Now the Tiger tank reveals itself. Panzer IVs are going to be prepared to support it. And a well-supported Tiger is a very hard threat to deal with. Oh, good shot from the EC8 though. Smoke pop because one shot penetrating from the Tiger will kill the EC8, I think. We also have some Rangers waiting here on the side. Good shot there from the 3-inch. You know, the Hitler Youth, well, not the Hitler Youth, one squad of them, and the first has tried to hit the village again, but the Americans prevent it. Using quite phosphorus mortar rounds actually from the half track. The Americans on the northern flank are not really having a good time, I think. They're slowly being whittled away. Tiger tank advances down here. Hack supposed to clear out the machine gun. It's penetrated by some AT guns. More pop to pull back. Luke serves as a recon tank in a moment. It has been upgraded with targeting optics. And a pretty reliable scout tank to support your heavier. Oh, heavier tanks, but it got penetrated by a 3-inch. Will not survive another shell. That's to pull back for repairs. All range guns are being repaired by the United States. Your tank has been spotted. And the stock is trying to shoot through terrain to get it, which is not easy. Transport J advances, looks at the Waffen is preparing to advance too. Driver injured though, Stewart gets taken out. Artillery trying to be called here by the Lieutenant. Well, Untersturmführer to be specific. So he'll still be able to call in despite being pinned. That should cancel it, I think, but I guess not in this case. We'll see when the ability completely goes through. Yep, artillery strike is going in. That does not seem intentional. Just goes straight to barrage though. Which does not seem like it does. Oh, it hit the building once. Twice. Set the building ablaze. Guess there's something. I can start to flank around here. Tiger tank has lost its gun. I completely missed that. Looks like the Americans lost some Shermans trying to deal with that. Tiger tank will be out of action for a bit. The Lukes are clearing out the ranges. Lukes is a pretty damn good anti-infantry tank after all. Even light vehicle is able to take that mortar half track soon, I think. Yep. Hancon's trying to deal with it, but it's not easy for him out in the open. Oh, never mind. The bazooka hits it. That's a dead Panzer II Lukes. The Panzer IVs remain down here. The Americans lost the ECA. It's probably in that scuffle with the Tiger, potentially. The no command choice from General Kaiser here. I need to pour myself some more sparkling water. We can see the firefight going on when I open this bottle. It's nice and pressurized. Straight out the fridge. I brought out the fridge just after, well, before I started recording, because I knew I would be running out of the other bottles soon. There we go. Now we have some new sparkling water, and nice and cold too. Nice for my throat. The American infantry tries to advance across the open ground here. Panzer IV is trying to protect them. And Panzer IV slowly pull back now. I managed to do the bit to cover the German infantry. And we'll up here, looks like we have a Panzer IV trying to advance on an ECA. He says not having a good time. If it's just a frontal fight, the Panzer IV is actually fairly competent, I think. But it's basically identical to the Panzer IV-H, except it doesn't have an electrical turret. It is hand cranked. If you don't have to turn your turret much, the Panzer IV should be a lot better economical choice than the H, from what my understanding is. But if it's flanked, the J is in big trouble because it takes a while to turn its turret. Second target tank arriving here for the Waffen-SS. Double T gun the field. That's a lot of heavy firepower here from the Germans. And the Americans deal with it is the question. So I don't see a lot of heavy AT options from them. That's kind of the thing the Americans generally lack. They don't have good, reliable heavy AT options. Mostly just a bazooka. And if they go to tank destroy, they do have access to the Jackson. But in general, the Americans lack very reliable AT equipment. At least compared to the other factions. Double Fiend's gonna try to do their best here, but high explosive has been loaded. Oh, it takes on one crew. And even the 3-inch gun is having issues penetrating the Tiger. Like, honestly, against Americans, the Tiger is actually a really good tank. If you just use the Tiger well, it's just a good tank in general. It's just using it well in the right position. He's here trying to push up here. Some Panzerwerfer rounds are landing around it. Not doing too much. You know, the Tiger tanks are... One lost its guns or something. Probably from the 3-inch. Looks like we also have a command chest from Kaiser. This is Panzer, identified by the star. That's the 15 Panzer Grenadier symbol. We might see some heavy tanks from the Wehrmacht as well. Pursuing tanks are being prepared by the United States. You can see how that turns out. Britain's guys are doing their best to try and deal with the Tiger here. So far, they're not really getting any good shots off, though. You see it remains up here. Looks like the Germans are trying to attack ground through the terrain. And SEGA waits patiently. Not see it quite yet. Oh, they're trying to aim. They don't have a proper angle here for some reason. Now they're going to be out in the open. Being suppressed is going to reduce their accuracy. Miss. If you're out in the open and being suppressed, you are going to aim far less. Well, far worse, better. They're now been pinned, so they cannot even fire. Transportation went to flank. Not the best tank for a flanking maneuver, to be honest, but at least scared the EC8 a bit before the EC8 just turned its gun and destroyed the Panzer IV. As you do. So down here, the Wehrmacht is slowly keeping up again. Over more than half track has survived on the ranges. Somehow finding a way to melt together. Stock tries to advance, needs to be cautious. Yeah, that was probably a bad idea for the stock. Yep. Pershing is being prepared. Also, the propaganda tax has suffered a lot of panzer losses in short succession. We have a Tiger is being called in, so we have a lot of heavy tanks arriving here for the Germans. But with the American Pershing arriving, we might actually have one of the few American tanks that can actually deal with the Tiger. And while rockets are landing around here, and being called in somewhere? Not sure from where. Might have just been a commander ability. Well, from an officer, obviously. Might be the American captain again. Panzer IV is trying to advance here. But machine gun and AT gun is so far keeping them down. Ooh, good shot there from the side from the fringe. Gets taken out. And used to be echelon to merge with the machine gun team, very smart. Now the Pershing arrives though, and with that the German infantry needs to realize that they probably don't want to stay around. Even the Panzer IV is deciding like, nope, I'm out of here. But the Tiger tanks are quickly moving to converge. Double Tiger against a single Pershing. Yeah, the Pershing is not going to last long with those odds. But I think the Pershing knows the Tigers are hunting for it. Just going to get a shot off. Doesn't penetrate. That makes it an easy target for the Tigers. Ooh, small penetration for the 57. Quick repair stand the Pershing. Definitely need it. Ooh, we're artillery striking the northern flank most of it. And the Pershing has arrived on the northern flank though, and the Tiger Ace is pulling up. Probably gonna encounter each other soon. Probably gonna aim to take out that EC8 first. Pershing reveals himself. EC8 gets taken out. Oh! Tiger backs off before the Pershing can hit it. Pershing is ready on the southern flank. But still double Tiger is present. We have a truck arriving here to help repairs for the Pershing. Active just preparing up. Pershing takes a shot, fails to penetrate. 90mm gun bounces right off. 88 fails to penetrate the Pershing. We're gonna have two tanks that are really quite armored compared to each other. Although I think the 88 gun on the Tiger might be better than the 90mm of this. Oh, never mind, the Pershing got a penetration. If the Pershing can penetrate, it hurts. That's 90mm after all. That's those two Shermans to support. But they might just have the numbers to overrun the Tigers here. Just have to keep pressing. Because the Shermans are not bad. One Sherman down. Pershing needs to take its targets. Helps to penetrate. Never mind. One Tiger down. Pershing and Sherman needs to wait. Shermans are gone. Ooh, fails to penetrate the Panzer IV. King Tiger is being prepared now for the Wehrmacht. And even heavier tank that not even the Pershing can deal with. Pershing remains on the northern flank too. What happened to the Tigris? It's on the road right here. Just been calling here by the Untersturmführer. Around the Pershing. Trying to aim for the terrain. Misses. Well, down here the Pershing is advancing again. Going to prepare the Pack 40 and everything. Looks like both Shermans also in a recoverable state, strangely enough. Just need to get an engine replacement, and then those tanks are probably ready to go. Pershing is not having a target he wants to hit yet. More American rifleman advances. And more rifle grenades being used. Good uses of them. Oh, Pac manages to penetrate the Pershing. They'll force the Pershing back for a while. Package remains under defense. More Panzer IVs are being prepared as well. Once that King Tiger reaches the front line, I feel the Americans might be in trouble, because, as I've said before, the Pershing cannot really match up to a King Tiger, in my opinion. But we'll have to see what happens. Simple as that is. That smoke? Oh, that is heavy, what are those called? I guess a very specific kind of mortar shell. What the Americans have. What's it called? Delayed charge? Delayed fuse. So, wait! Tiger tank got destroyed down here and I completely missed it. Well, I got the explosion. I guess the AT gun and the Shermans worked together and destroyed it. American riflemen are trying to advance across the open. There is still a machine gun back here. King Tiger's now present. There's gonna be a whole new threat. I think the Pershing really has to get on a flank to deal with this thing. Because King Tigers are not easy. Oh, 3 inches. Oh, never mind! Never mind! That 90mm just made a huge crack into King Tiger. It's gonna force the King Tiger back. He's trying to advance, but it's not having easy time for them. Especially now with German stormtroopers present. So a lot more elite infantry now arriving from both sides in the center. Or rockets are being used here by the... Because of Fuss somewhere? Down there. Aiming around here, I imagine. Only doing minimal damage. Another Panzer opens fire. So it's aiming around the same place. Doing more damage. Jump advance under the Tigris. Not a good spot. Second Pershing be prepared from the northern flank. Also the Pershing is deciding to move around. Probably don't want to deal with the King Tiger yet. Oh, they're just repositioning. Yeah, the American riflemen are preparing to advance. King Tiger's ready for action again. And smoke rounds being popped, very smart. That's a good way to disable the guns of German tanks by just smoking them. Because if you can just smoke the German tanks, they move very slowly and cannot see anything. Looks like a lot of shells are being fired around, probably up north. Yep. Taking on an American 40 HQ. So far, it's still very static on the northern flank. It's most down here in the south the action is happening, or in the center for the most part. Well, I think in the Ranger team, if they got some officers, they could probably do a lot of work with the Ranger commander's abilities. Because I think the Ranger Mage is the one that gets the Black Dragon. And if you can get a spot where the Black Dragon can go in, you can flatten a part of the map. Like completely flatten it, I think. I think it's the Ranger Major that gets it, but I may be wrong. Also, we have white phosphorus going in though from the mortar half tracks. Ooh, yeah, that hurts the engine. They also cannot use their weaponry if they are white phosphorus. King Tiger tried to advance again, but got shot down by the AT gun. Those strange guys are actually doing a good job against the King Tiger, surprisingly. Second person being prepared. Some more water. Tiger advances here. Let's take out the Sherman. Fails for the moment. As the Americans are preparing more and more infantry. Get the Pershing having arrived. The Americans are really geared up now. Just need to find a way to break through. Oh, Tiger got a penetrating shot there on the Pershing. King Tiger tries to advance up the rope, but gets spotted. And the Americans have a lot more infantry at their disposal, so they can easily do more attacks. Well, the Germans are paying some kind of armor push here. Tiger is stuck and Panzer 40 on the move. Tiger tank on the flank to support. Trying to get some more ground here. The white phosphorus shells landing around them. Immediately caused some engine issues. Sherman pushes up here. So it's push fires in return. Detracking, almost detracking one of the Shermans. And so aim for the Sherman. But they decide to pull back instead. Unable to get that rocket off in time. Titan moves forward though. But the American infantry is advancing. Sherman gets taken out. More rockets going in from the Panzerwerfer. The Americans have geared up a few more armor pieces here. But the Americans are losing a lot of infantry too. Well, down here, the Sherman's still, Pershing's still moving about. King Tiger tries to go them into action. A Tiger tank being prepared to support the King Tiger. Good shot down the Pershing on the Tiger. High explosive round being loaded here for the German infantry. If they're not gonna move, they might be in trouble. Oh yeah, oh, that's brutal. What's been coming by the Untersturmführer? More white phosphorus going in on the German tanks. That's actually a good use of the white phosphorus. Just causing engine troubles constantly. And blindness. It's just such a neat little thing to just keep the enemy unable to position their tanks properly. Person trying to go through the center. Pack hits the driver. King Tiger's going for the kill. Smoke popped. Germans are trying to rush in to try and hit the kill in this Pershing. But the King Tiger suffering hits. Decides to pull back instead. Pershing almost takes out that Tiger tank. More rockets going in. More buildings collapse. As the fight continues down there. America's moving around with their BARs. Yeah, clearing out that pack crew pretty quick with their BARs. There's a machine gun here on top of the Stuka-Sufus. MD-42. Actually, they're just fine. Oh, they know where their Pershing is. But one rocket on it almost destroyed it. Tiger tank is going to try and go in for the kill, but the Pershing can move pretty fast. More Shermans to be prepared for the Rangers to support. Shermans need to be very cautious around the Tiger tank. Oh, more white phosphorus going about. Sounds like heavy rockets going in somewhere. Just hear them. Around here by the looks of it. We're doing some decent damage. And the Americans are suffering very heavy casualties at the moment. Lots of heavy panzers on the field. Most of them need the way to try and secure some ground. Or just grab weapons off the ground. Yeah, they grab a BAR they found on the ground. Or quickly being suppressed by the American infantry. Tiger tank moves up to try and cover their retreat. Probably more focused on the retreat of the stormtroopers more than anything else, actually. Panzer IV gets taken out on the southern flank. Both the Shermans still present down here and recoverable. Sounds like some heavy rockets going in somewhere, probably from the American captain, yeah. Not too unusual. And the American infantry start trying to advance up forwards. Pershing's moving together as a team. Oh, good shot there on the Tiger and destroying it. I guess two Pershings working together can do a lot of work, actually. This has two 90mm guns that can do a lot of work in quick succession. King Tiger's been spotted out. And you don't want to stay in range of that King Tiger for long. Jim's trying to push for the center though. A little bit of a risky maneuver, especially with the Tiger still present, but it has been white phosphid. So they're trying to attack around it, very smart. But they cannot do anything while it's white phosphid. Close to the white phosphorus clearing though. And with that, one Sherman is down. Second one might go down just as quick soon. But it's reeling inside. Sherman has been taken out. And the person is pulling back for repairs. And more rockets landing in, causing more damage. King Tiger aims his shot. But the person was out of range. It's in range out of the 3-inch. Both persons pushing up to try and double team it. So far they fail. None of the shells penetrate. They've only caused deflection damage. But under a penetrating round could actually do it. Ooh, a miss from the Pershing. The King Tiger decides to pull back.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
Fringe gun is doing his best back there to just try and get shells in. But Phosphorus keeps stunning the German tanks. Good shot there in the Pershing, taking out the gun out of the Tiger. Now the King Tiger pushes forwards. Oh, yeah, penetrates the Pershing. But gets penetrated in return. Engine burning. Has to pull back quick. Smoke popped. Maybe she tries to advance across the open ground here, but they do have some sandbags. But the machine guns are still stopping them. Oh, one Sherman gets taken out though from an artillery strike, I think. Oh, Sherman also tries to advance and push through. King Tiger takes it out. More American infantry are still assembling to advance. We have the northern flank. The Americans are still holding the Germans at bay. It's been quite static up here for the most part, I will say still. Despite all the armor that's been assembled from both sides. Neither side wants to be the ones to push in and just lose their vehicles first. Understandable, to be honest. Map is slanted lag because of all the debris around. Well, white phosphorus going in. That's actually a good choice from the Americans. They'll just keep causing issues for the Germans the more they stay stationary. Pershings are moving up again. Lack of vehicles though, but the King Tiger's ready again. Certainty 3, probably thanks to the Kampfkraft Center. If they even have a Kampfkraft Center. But it is advancing rapidly. Is that a Victor Pershing? That is a Victor Pershing. Yikes. And that's why it destroyed the main gun! And with the Americans knowing the main gun is gone, they're gonna try and rush it. Have to keep sight on it. Yeah. Ammo cooked. Pershings are pretty damn good actually, by the looks of it. If they can hit and penetrate. Damn, it took out the King Tiger with 2 successful shots. Very impressive. While this is going on, looks like the Americans are trying to probe up here with the Pershings. Handstrike tries to take a shot, misses. Hands for Jason Stock's trying to stop them. But the Pershing is pretty good dealing with most medium German armor. Tiger now pushes up. Might be a little bit of a difficult position for it. Oh, a decent shot there. Oh, the Rex are providing cover for them. Oh yeah, engine burn. Yeah, that's one Pershing gone. Like the Rex here provided an extra bit of cover for the German vehicles. Because Rex in front of you will actually take some shots. Remember that. Cover will actually also help protect tanks to some capacity. Looks like the Pershings are preparing to advance again after a white phosphorus strike. And lots of rockets just going in. High caliber rockets too. I feel the Germans are lacking in means to stop these Pershings. Oh, yeah, one Pershing gone though. Panzerfaust plus Tiger Tank. Pretty good combination. But the veteran CV5 Pershing is still about. Second King Tiger being prepared. So the Germans have stabilized up here. But the Americans are just preparing for another wave soon enough. And get the equipment up again. I need some more sparkling water. This is a long game. We're almost reaching the hour mark. Once we reach the hour mark, after that, it's gonna get very brutal on my voice, I'll say that. Because you would be surprised how much effort it takes to speak for this long constantly. It's honestly a lot of work. Like, I could only do one of these recordings a day, really. And I get many recordings these days, but this is a nice one. I'm enjoying this one a lot. Good Western front fight, to be honest. Not as mobile, though. It's just a lot of frontline slugging between heavy armors. Artillery being tossed in. Also, we have a Jumbo Sherman, unique to Ranger Company, coming out. Basically an up-armored Sherman. Go ahead, it's lacking a bit on this map once everything starts to get destroyed, but that's how it is with some maps, unfortunately. Not much I can do about it, I'm afraid. Veteran C3 Tiger tries to advance up here. Knows where the EC8 is, I think. It's been spotted. EC8 is doing its best to try and hold. It is immobilized though. And good to see stock usage. Stocks are pretty competent after all. Not a bad vehicle. Very cost effective from what I understand. And they can also just track enemy vehicles with the target threat built here. Really useful. Helps to lock down enemy vehicles. More white phosphorus coming in though. First thing immobilized back here. Tiger Tank tries to probe the road but has to pull back for repairs. We do have a second Cane Tiger arriving. So Joseph pulled in a lot of heavy vehicles for this fight. Placement Pershing being prepared. And the Americans also pulling Pershings in is kind of ridiculous. That's a lot of heavy vehicles for this fight. When did the president order this? Well, I do think the president would have been would more be know how to relegate this to the actual generals. Because the generals are actually the ones that know what they're doing, for the most part. Oh, long range shot from the Tiger takes out the EC8. More rockets going in on both sides. Just continuously harassing each other with the artillery. Oh, good runs at that too. I took out one of the squads. Jumbo ship needs to be cautious though. They are dealing with a Tiger Ace. And another Tiger actually. That's 3 Tigers. There's 3 Tigers in this little field. That's a lot for a little Jumbo to handle. Well, it has a Pershing on the flank to help. Although the Tigers could take that out easily. If they penetrate. Look, Frane's got a good shot. And more white phosphorus going in to try and cause issues. And down here, the King Tiger tries to advance again. More white phosphorus to just cause issues, good to see. I was actually using white phosphorus artillery strikes rather than just mortars. Again, I apologize for the lag in the video, but there's not much I can do about it on this map. 25 Pershing tries to do his best here for fails to penetrate. By being probably one of the better Pershing crews of the American army. It's a stressful situation to be in. Yeah, I've been fighting for a while.
Objective secured.
Gibbs trying to advance again. King Tiger leads the way with some grenadier support. It fails to penetrate the Pershing. Pershing fires back, fails to penetrate. I do feel the King Tiger would win that fight in the long run. Yep, Pershing has to pull back. The Pershing is very nimble. American infantry trying to secure the center again. Only being faced with mostly a Hitler Youth squad. And some Ghost Horizon on the southern flank. Up here, the Tigers are still dealing with all the American things. And more artillery lands around the Americans as well. Pershing pulls up bit by bit and wants to try and take out those stocks. Takes out one. But it is because of all these Tigers. They could just pounce at it if they want. More smoke has been called in. Oh, that white phosphorus smoke did a lot of damage. The white phosphorus is horrible. A horrible, horrible tool of war. Pershing seed repairs. Phoenix is still coming up flank. Tiger advances. Critical hit. Very risky maneuver for the Tiger. Can I pull back in time? Looks like it does, but smoke popped. One Pershing has been immobilized over there. So it's an easy target if the Germans can somehow push up on it. Oh, wait! It's taken out by the Jumbo Sherman. Let's see, does it lag less if I do this? Nope, it still lags. It's just because there's so much happening on the battlefield. Pershing gets taken out there. Well, the King Tiger took a big hit from it. The Americans don't have an easy time advancing across the open field here. Oh, looks like the Mthis 5 ship is gonna try and go for it. Very risky maneuver. Fails. Decides to pull back. Just as artillery comes in. So far it's been lucky. Very lucky. Well, this going as the Germans are trying to advance up here bit by bit. They've got Panthers now. Panthers are very good, reliable tanks. Another stock gets taken out. I think the Panther might actually be able to deal with the Pershings better than the Tigers because of the higher frontal armor rating of the Panther. But it's only if it keeps the front to the Pershings.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
Oh boy, more White Fuzzers. I like the use of White Fuzzers from the Americans because it's been a very good tool to use here. Just keep causing annoyances for the German armored movements and just the infantry emplacements. King Tiger advances again. Oh, got a good shot there on the Pershing. Has now been immobilized soon. Yeah, it's gonna be immobilized shortly. There it goes. That's an easy target. Look, it's popped up. It's gonna try and go for it. No, it decides against it, I think. I consider it a little bit too risky. But they managed to immobilize the Pershing, so they need repairs quickly. Mattcasting keeps trying to advance. I'll say Blackout has been pretty good using the American riflemen pretty well. Like using the smoke grenades and everything. Also, the Germans have pulled back waiting for repairs. Pershings have been moved up somewhat. And double jumbo tanks are present. I think these actually have more armor than the Pershings do. Not as good as a gun, obviously, but having a pretty high armor for that for a Sherman is pretty damn good. Germans keep advancing, covering the infantry. And we have a Pershing on the flank. Big armored engagement up here. Germany's starting to get this close, it makes them an easier target to penetrate. They're also a good distraction. Ooh, one penetration at a jumbo. Ooh, and the jumbo penetrated in turn. Another good penetration. The jumbo's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's survive. Pershing is moving on the south. Want to try and see if they can hunt down that King Tiger. Oh, it has the spear shown. Oh, that's a lack of German infantry to hold them off. They're all back here. The person take a shot from here. It's gonna try. Oh, got penetrated. Takes out the King Tiger. Damn. That's 2 King Tigers lost this fight. Lots of heavy armor is being lost by the Germans today. Yeah, past the 1 hour. Oh boy, my throat is gonna start to feel this tomorrow. American riflemen advance with their BERs, causing suppressive fire into stormtroopers. Forcing them back. The Tiger tank slowly tries to advance across. Actually, that's the Tiger Ace. Well, it is the Tiger tank, technically. Oh, the Pershings might try to go for the Tiger Ace. 1 round fails to penetrate that. Rockets going in. That's Tukas Fus. Build to damage on 1 Pershing. MC5 Pershing on the move. Going on the hunt for the other Tiger down here. Fails to penetrate. But the Tiger doesn't want to take a fight with that veteran MC5 Pershing easily. It is able to use the other Tiger for cover here. So that's probably why it's doing it. And yeah, the Pershing has to pull back. But the Tigers and the Panthers preparing for push up here. Taking some big shots though. More Panthers also being prepared. And more artillery is also coming in. There's lots of rocket artillery going in. Oh, that's a lot of rockets. Killing a lot of the supporting units for the tanks. Jumbo ships are ready to try and push again. Tiger Ace is keeping them at bay. Oh, a critical hit there. That Sherman has to pull back. But will it? Might have pulled back a little bit too late. Oh, it survived! Americans are having issues holding their front line now. I think the Germans might have just done a lot of damage with those rockets. The 3-inch guns are still doing good damage to the tanks. Another person has arrived here for the southern flank. They can push through somewhere. They could probably end this. If they can take out all these German heavy vehicles in like one swoop, they could probably score an easy win here for the United States. Although at this point I wouldn't call it easy. Oh yeah, the person's going for a flank through the center. If they can time this, oh yeah, good shot down the Tiger Ace. Then if the other person would advance at the same time, that would actually probably do enough damage to this push through. The other Pershings are not moving. There's no coordination going on. There's just not enough coordination happening between the American commanders. First took a big shot there. Other Tiger's gonna try and flank. The Germans are quickly moving in to try and support each other. The Jumbos are moving forward still. Rockets going in. And the other person is just moving up here. Oh yeah, the Jumbo's not gonna last too long like this. Done a lot better than you'd think though. One person now moving with the 3rd Infantry. The German tanks will take a lot longer to repair than the Allied ones, so they need to capitalize on it whenever they can. One person is on the move. And heavy artillery's been calling down here. Looks like again from the captain. Yeah, 140mm rockets. German Panzers in the center. This could be a risky place. But somebody just pushing through. I don't think the Allies can stop it. If the Germans just push through and destroy the tanks, I think the Germans could actually win this now. This could just change around so suddenly. As that's a lot of heavy panzers here. If just the other person from the northern flank would help, then they couldn't circle around and destroy the panzers. But the Jumbos are suffering heavy losses. Yep, one person is moving in. Tigers moving up. Oh, big flanking shot on one of them. Person gets taken out. It's a 5-1 remains active. There's no there's composite B under the American infantry. They can get close enough, they can toss composite B in the tanks. Yep, one composite B on the Panther. Takes out one. So many heavy tanks in one area. The Jumbos are not doing too well though. Their frontal armor is helping. Pershing the center gets hit there by the Tiger Ace. American Rifleman pushes forwards. Then he the heavier Panzers again push forward. Panthers and Tigers in the move. 105 shoots through the building, destroying the gun of the Tiger. And we have even another King Tiger arriving. Yikes. No wonder the map is lagging. We have so many things that have been destroyed here. So many entities. That Tiger's in trouble. It's not even trying to retreat much. Oh, the Titan pushes up. This person could be in trouble. Yep. Penetrating shot right there. Titan gets lost there. The Americans keep trying to advance. British Marine on the move here. And the Tiger Ace remains active. British going to try and move for a shot. Fails to hit. It's hit in return. Oh, that's a good rock. Oh, that's a painful rocket barrage. Doing a lot of damage to the Americans. Triple mortar half-track now going on there. They're just going to use 5 buzzers to try and drown them. I get a feeling it's got one big push that breaks through and destroys the other tanks. It's going to be the make or break moment in this battle. Oh, the King Tiger's in trouble. Not King Tiger, the Tiger Ace, I mean. Oh, good shot there from the jumpers on the Panther. And Pershing does a good job down here. Just keep the Germans at bay. Third King Tiger in the area now here. Needs to be careful. And this is a ridiculous fight. Oh, more rockets going in. Doing some good disruption there to the Americans, but doesn't stop the infantry from pushing. At least yet. Germans are starting to lack in infantry though, because they cannot keep all this infantry going. And well, apart from propaganda. Propaganda has plenty of infantry. Like the SS Panzer has very minimal infantry units left. Like mostly on artillery and vehicles. And where's the Tiger Ace? It's back here. It is ready for action again. Pershing and American Riflemen are slowly trying to get ground again. They're not really getting a lot of luck with all the artillery going in constantly. That's a lot of rockets continuously just landing. Tiger's advances. Ooh, Pershing is in trouble there. Also, the jumbo tanks are preparing to move. You want to see if they can take out the Tiger Ace? There's still so many other tanks present. It's just going to be a make or break moment, isn't it? I'm just waiting to see it happen. This fight is going to for a very long time. At this point, the players are probably very tired. It's not unusual, considering everything. Looks like the Tigers down here are preparing for some kind of flank. They got some good ideas to support. Veteran Pershing has to be very cautious down here.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
Oh, this is not going to turn out well for the Pershing, potentially. Some of the German wrecks are finally getting taken out. We'll check that from the veteran Pershing. That veteran Pershing has done a lot of work, actually.
Combat unit ready for action.
Needs to be cautious around the King Tiger, though. Oh, that's gonna make it an easy target. Oh no, what's the Pershing doing?
Enemies are swarming
Oh no!
emplacements.
That might be the end of that Pershing. Oh wait, they popped smoke. Let's save them. It's always hard to judge. But the King Tiger advances. And decides to pull back after that. Well, up here the fighting also continues. Oh, lost some water half-tanks destroyed here from the Americans. That's not good. Panthers moving through the center. While this is going on, the Pershing is going to try and assault the King Tiger down here. I don't think the American infantry is going to survive this with the MG42 present. But if they does go on them though, doing a good bit of damage, actually clearing out the machine gun.
We have lost an MG team.
While this is going on, the Panthers are now engaging with the Jumbos. Looks like the Jumbos are losing the fight. I think we might be reaching the end game of this one. And now the Tigers is also advancing. Oh, main gun lost at that Jumbo. That's the opening the Germans were waiting for. The Pershing's still present. And while this is going, the Pershings are rolling down here. Almost taking out the King Tiger. Fails a hit. But I don't think the Allies can keep this up. It's hard to tell who can keep what up at this point. This fight's just been so long. The Germans also keep advancing up here. Honestly, the fight has been very static in the northern flank for the most part of the game. Tigers players for making a push. We're not good for that Pershing. As you can see, the Pershing does move fast. So many rockets. Pershing tries to flank the center here. It's probably not going to turn out too well for it. So that's holding up though. Another Jumbo arriving here. That's probably one of the other Jumbos, to be honest. Oh, it's getting too close. That makes it an easy target to penetrate. Takes on one Panther though, thanks to the Pershing. But at this point, it looks like the Germans surrendered? No, the Americans surrendered. Right. I understand. It's been a long, grueling match, and it was just going back and forth. Total slog here. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the heavy armor carnage. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.